My name is Spencer,
My name is Tryson.
My name is Ewan.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Tyler.
and our business research is does parental assistance affect the student's performance and livelihood. Our table of contents consists of our research question and our question to you guys. We'll introduce our findings and our survey outlines, and we'll go into our survey plan, and we'll conclude with our questions. By show of hands, has anyone got work in the way of their studies or their school life? Most of us. So it's school, college, education is pretty hard for us, so we need to find time for work and our lifestyle. So we need to incorporate as much as we can in finances, get it in our way.
So our introduction will go over the why and then also the issue as well. Yeah, so when we all started college, I'm sure most of us heard that at some point college is going to be the best years of your life. Take it all in and make sure to really enjoy your time in college. And for a lot of us, that's not the case. For work, we're worried about our finances, and we're really sort of not able to enjoy it as much as we should. The cost of college is increasing. We've seen a 112% increase in tuition over the last 10 years, which makes it a lot harder for people to pay for college and makes the stress level a lot higher. There's also a wealth gap. So people who are coming from wealthier backgrounds are going to have a very different experience in college than people who are lower class or middle class backgrounds. And financial stress may be holding people back. If I know for myself, if I'm worried about paying my rent, I'm not going to be thinking as much about doing my homework, getting a 4.0. I may settle for something like a 3.0 and take a little less time. And financial disparity may lead to an inequitable college experience. So for those of us with a lot of loans, we may be having a different experience than a lot of people who are having their college paid for by their parents. And grades affect your jobs post-graduation. While it's not like night and day, someone with a 4.0 is going to have different opportunities than someone with a 2.0. And worrying about grades may lead to anxiety and depression and other mental health issues that are pretty prevalent in our generation.
Alright, so getting into our findings and our early research process with background information and our hypothesis, we'll start with how we came up with our hypothesis. So we were kind of all talking, like Tyler said, most of us work and don't have time to study. So we found that students who are not worried about financial stress at all will have more time to study, which holds true in most cases because they're there to get their school done. They're not there to work or mess around, so they have a different objective and agendas than others. Students that are employed have less motivation to do their schoolwork because of exhaustion and lack of motivation, which can directly impact whether or not they would like to study for a test, and that will directly impact their GPA. Students who receive financial support from their family or guardians, they tend to have higher GPAs because of that reason of them only having time to study and they're not spending their time elsewhere, such as work or extracurriculars. So we came up with our hypothesis of how does parent and guardian financial support affect student GPA and well-being. So our independent variables would be the financial support from the parents and guardians, and then our dependent variables will be student GPA and overall well-being. So some of our previous research that we found for background, we found in 2018 Brenner's paper stated that students who are employed are more likely to experience burnout, which we all found more true than none. And then in 2017, Pedersen said that financial stress affects men and women differently. And with that, it also talks about how men and women perceive that financial support differently, which can have an impact on your well-being. And then finally, students who receive support from their parents are more likely to graduate. That is because they have more time to study and get a better GPA, allowing them to succeed throughout their college years.
And looking into our survey outline, where we're going to go over some of the survey objectives, where part of our research we want to get to determining the percentage of students that have received financial support from either family, guardians, or are here on scholarship, taking student loans, or a combination of the two or three. We also wanted to find out how to determine the level of student well-being in relation to financial comfortability on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 being low, 10 being high, more comfortable. And we also wanted to identify which groups of students have the highest financial comfortability rates of that and how that correlates with GPA success and well-being.
Moving on to our plan moving forward, the actions we're going to take with our survey, starting with the task breakdown, our sample plan, and then our survey methods. With week 1, we're going to be designing the questionnaire. All of us did it. We're going to set what question types we're going to take with our survey. Mainly, we've just landed on general education, age, certain demographics like that, and then we're going to tie that in with questions about work and how it involves itself within the students' lives. With our second week, we're going to do pilot testing, taking a smaller sample size and using that as kind of a guinea pig to make adjustments to our survey later on. Week 2.5, kind of shortly after that, we're going to actually make the adjustments, take our feedback, and incorporate it into our survey. With weeks 3 and 4, we're going to establish tables throughout Northern Michigan University to create a, hopefully eye-catching experience for students to come around and take our survey, hopefully providing us with the data that we need to make an analysis for week 5. And in week 5, we also plan to wipe any incomplete or null data that we may get from students just trying to finish the survey and get whatever incentive or reward we're offering for our survey. And then week 6, we finally plan on creating a visual representation of our data after breaking it down in Excel. Now the sample plan and survey methods, they somewhat go hand in hand. We're going to start by having QR codes around campus, like I said, with informational tables, create incentive, and some flyers hopefully around to catch people's eyes and maybe they just want to quickly scan a QR code and take care of the survey. We're also going to have online links, hopefully distributed through emails with some sort of incentive attached. We haven't exactly worked that out yet. We're also going to use social media outreach such as Facebook groups or maybe the Northern Michigan Reddit to reach a broader audience that may not show up on campus. And then our sample size and distribution, we're going to try to get roughly around 200 students across various majors from age range 18 to 25 ideally, but we also have an option on our survey for 25 and over, so just to collect that extra data.
To conclude our presentation, we're with remarks of why we're doing this. The financial stress of a student is very high in college, and which leads to high anxiety and high stress. But we just want everyone to have a full college experience. We want to find our research through for the difference between burnouts and their graduation rates and how it affects men and women differently. Our survey objectives are trying to find the financial comfortability per student and how it reflects in their GPA. And we also want to find out if their student well-being is as high as they want to be. Our plan is to find out is to set up around campus posters to tables with various links and QR codes, and hopefully reach out through social media.
And with that, thank you. If there are any questions.